ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Hpmc and I am from BS Biochemistry. Today our topic is all about Hpmc submitted to Sir Hammad Majeed. So first let's just see what is Hpmc, how it works, how it was introduced and what's its history. So Hpmc, also known as hydroxy propyl methyl cellulose, is a white or off-white powder. It is a water-soluble non-ionic cellulosic polymer in which some of the hydroxyl groups are substituted with methoxy and hydroxy propyl groups. It is a partly O-methylated and O2 hydroxypropylated cellulose ether manufactured by reacting alkali cellulose with methyl chloride and propylene oxide. Talking about the history of this chemical, it was first discovered in 1891, but it wasn't until 1951 that the pharmaceutical industry started using Hpmc in its products. It was recognized as a safe drug delivery system when it was used with other drugs that were poorly absorbed or eliminated from the body. In 1967, Hpmc was approved by the FDA for use in over-the-counter medicines such as cough medicines, cough syrups, throat syrups, as well as the topical creams and gels for treatment with minor burns and skin conditions such as eczema. And in today's world, many customers are using natural remedies on their skin or seeking alternative treatments for chronic diseases such as the diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure. Now, talking about the composition of this product, the Hpmc is mixed alkyl hydroalkyl cellulose ether containing methoxy and hydroxypropyl groups. It is prepared by reacting alkali-treated cellulose first with methyl chloride to introduce the methoxy groups and then with the propylene oxide to introduce the propylene glycol ether groups. Next, let's just see the chemical formula of Hpmc, which is actually C56H108 and O30. It's given below, as you can see right now, and the chemical structure of it is shown below as well, you can see. Now we're going to talk all about its manufacturing process, how it is manufactured and what are the steps to manufacture it. So, discussing all the points of its manufacturing, there are 5 main points that are mentioned, and then they will explain all the manufacturing of Hpmc very clearly. So, continuing with it, the production process comprises the following steps. Now, let's talk about the first main step, which is according to the stated proportions and weights. You can see that stated proportions and weights are the first main thing right now. So then putting a mixed solvent of toluene and isopropanol as well as alkali into a reaction kettle respectively and stirring it into a cold state as to dissolve the alkali uniformly. That's the first step. Now, going towards the second step, it's telling about adding a present amount of purified cotton and carrying out stirring and heating for the alkalization reaction. As I've highlighted here, that the second main steps involve the alkalization reaction. And moving towards the third one, we see that after the alkalization reaction, storing alkalized cellulose molten slurry into the reaction kettle, carrying out vacuumizing, and then adding a stated amount of chloromethane and epoxy propane and carrying stirring and heating for esterification reaction. Now here the esterification reaction is the fourth main point. After the esterification reaction, pressing esterified molten slurry into a recycling kettle by using nitrogen and adding a proportional amount of acetic acid for acid-base neutralization. Now see, I have mentioned all the 5 main points, and then inside of them, I've also highlighted the main reactions that are involved in it, so that it becomes easy to highlight and to discuss about them. Now, moving towards the last main step, which is after the esterification reaction, it's telling about carrying out centrifugating, drying, crushing, bagging, and to finish production of hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose, which is Hpmc. The hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose produced by the production process has a significantly increased viscosity index and stable in quality, but the production process continuous production can be realized, and the utilization ratio of equipment is enhanced and the yield is increased too. And investment of alkali cellulose crushing equipment is reduced. Next, to make it more easy and to make it more clear, I have also put down the flow chart as you all can see here. The flow chart shows the production of Hpmc, and you can discuss all the points right now in this flow chart, which is in a suitable form and in a sequence as well. Now, after that, let's just continue with which company actually design and develops and manufactures the Hpmc, which is engaged in it. Also, there are many kind of manufacturing industries, but here we're going to talk about the one or the two of them. Talking about Hpmc Import and Export Co. Ltd. is a professional enterprise engaged in the design, development, manufacturing, application and sales of cellulose, which has a manufacturing history of 6 years. Based on the core concept of safety, environmental production and sustainable development, the company has an annual production capacity of 15,000 tons of cellulose production system. So this shows about the company which is manufacturing it and how they're carrying about the process for about 6 years. Now it has increased to many years too, and it's all about the company, about the factory. Here I've given a picture too. You can see how the factories contain the machines, how they actually have them compiled together and how they work. That's all given in the 4 main pictures, which are contrasted together in one main frame. And next we have the properties. Because starting with the composition and then manufacturing, the third thing to mention is the properties. The properties of it are as follows, which actually describe about the material very well. So the first main property is it's the melting point. The melting point is 225 to 230 degrees Celsius. The density is 1.39. The third one, storage temperature, it's actually the room temperature. The solubility is it's soluble. It's clear to be very faintly turbid and faintly yellow. Form, it's powdery form. Color, as I told earlier, it's white to cream. Order, it is orderless. Viscosity 35.0 to 65.0 CPS. Water solubility is soluble. Merc 1,44,842, and stability is it's stable. Solid is combustible, incompatible with strong oxidizing agents. These are all the properties. Next we're going to talk about its more properties, which are actually its thermal gelatin properties, so that it has high transparency and stable properties. So after heating the aqueous solution, it will precipitate and form gels and dissolve again after cooling. Products of different specifications have different gelling temperatures. And so there are some differences in the properties of Hpmc as well of different specifications. And the dissolution of hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose in water is not affected by the pH value. And the appearance of it is shown as well. It shows the color, it shows how it looks, the texture is shown a bit here. So talking about all the properties which are mentioned above, let's just explain a bit of them right now in different points. As mentioned right now, first is the stability. The Hpmc has many features like thickening power, salt discharge performance, pH stability. It is extensive resistance to enzyme, dispersion and adhesion. It all shows about stability, how it is stable, how it is used, and that's the main thing that helps to use Hpmc in different techniques and processes. Water holding property, the second main point. In putty, the main roles of celluloses are water retention, adhesion and lubrication and so on. So Hpmc has high water holding performance, surface optimicity and improves uniformly. And this helps to avoid crusting and off-power phenomena, improve resistance to shrinkage and to improve the work efficiency since the peening job is comfortable and saves effort. The third main point is dispersibility. In the production of synthetic resins, the Hpmc also plays the role of protective colloidal agents and can actively prevent the polymeric particles from clustering. So that's the main thing. Here it shows its importance that, with the clustering, many different techniques and processes are ruined, because that's the thing which comes in the major defect. So it helps to prevent that. Fourth main point is adhesion. In some materials is adhesive mortar and surface mortar. In the thermal mortar system, celluloses mainly play a role of bonding. So it also helps to improve the construction and water retaining property and resistance to hanging. Furthermore, it improves the resistance to vertical flow, shrinkage, and cracking. And ultimately, it improves the bonding strength and works efficiently. Fifth is the thickening property. In the interface agents, the Hpmc mainly functions as the thickening agent and can increase the flexural strength. It also helps to improve the surface coatings, enhance the adhesion, and improve the bonding strength of the mortar. So these are the 5 main points. Thinking about the sixth one, it is constructability. In the bonding of tiles, the tile adhesion can function as water retaining agent and adhesives and greatly improve the construction performance of adhesives, allowing longer the opening hours and greater cohesion, and to prevent the falling of tiles due to excessive water loss. It has the properties to improve the workability and high resistance to hanging. Next, we're going to talk about the applications of Hpmc. Applications, where it is used in almost every kind of industry, and all those industries are mentioned below. And in that industries, how we prepare the product, it's actually also shown right now. So first, let's just continue with the construction industry. As a water retaining agent, and I've told earlier about its property in the constructability as well. So in this industry, it's actually used as a retarder for cement mortar. Since the mortar has pumpability, it can improve the dispersion of cement sand greatly, improving the place plasticity and enhance the strength of cement. And then it will allow the slurry to not crack too quickly after the application. Now we're going to talk about the preparation of mortar with Hpmc, which will actually follow the main steps which are given below. First, we will need a basic mortar ingredients such as the cement, sand, and water along with the Hpmc additive. And starting by mixing the dry ingredients, which are usually cement and sand, in the desired ratio, this forms the base of your mortar mixture. And then after that, in a separate container, prepare a solution of Hpmc powder in water and follow the manufacturer's instructions for the correct ratio of Hpmc to water, and then mix the solution thoroughly until that the Hpmc is fully dissolved. And then slowly add the Hpmc solution to the dry mixture of cement and sand while continuously mixing. And after that, depending upon the desired consistency of mortar, you need to adjust the amount of water. And then Hpmc helps in retaining water, so you might need less water than in traditional mortar mixes. And then mix the mortar thoroughly until you achieve a uniform consistency and are no lumps or clumps in the mixture. Let the mortar mix for a few minutes and allow the Hpmc to fully hydrate and activate. And the resting time helps in improving the workability and improve performance of the mortar. And then your mortar with Hpmc is now ready to be used for your construction or repair project. And that's how you work it in the construction industry. Next, we have the second industry, which is the ceramic manufacturing industry. And this material is widely used as a binder in the manufacture for the ceramic products like the production of ceramic tiles. And then we're going to discuss about its main points, how it is prepared in it as well. They can be prepared as the follows. So to introduce the ceramic tiles with Hpmc, the following general procedure is as follows. The first step involves preparing the raw materials as in the previous one too. So here we need the clay, the sand, the feldspar, and are mixed in the specific proportions to form a ceramic body. And then in the second step, the Hpmc is added to the ceramic body and mixture. It is bare during the mixing stage. And then it is incorporated to improve the workability of the ceramic paste, enhance the adhesion between the particles, and control the drying process. And then the ceramic paste, which actually contains the HPMC, it is shaped into tiles using molds or the extrusion process, and it helps in maintaining the desired consistency and formability of the paste during the shaping. Then the ceramic tiles are dried. It is gradually dried to remove the excess moisture, and it also aids in controlling the drying rate, preventing the cracking and wrapping of the tiles during this stage. After the drying, the tile may undergo a glazing process, as I've highlighted here. The glazing process is actually very important, where a layer of glaze is applied to the surface for the decoration protection, and it enhances their properties. Then we have the dried and the glazed tiles, which are actually fired in the kiln at a high temperature to vitrify the ceramic body and glaze, making the tiles strong, durable, and suitable for various applications. And once the tiles are fired and cooled, they undergo a quality control checks to ensure that they meet the required standards, and the tiles are then packed and prepared for the distribution to customers. That's all in this industry. Next, we have the coating industry, and it performs very well in it too. Hpmc can be used as a thickener, as a dispersant, and splicer in the coating industry because it has a good compatibility in water and organic solvents, and it can also be used as a paint remover. In the coating, it can be used as a thickener for the paint removers containing the methanol, ethanol, propanol, isopropanol, ethylene glycol, and many more alcohols like that. And then the emulsified paint prepared by the Hpmc has excellent and wet abrasiveness. In the coating, it is better than the HEC, MHEC, and CMC as a coating thickeners. And then this paint remover can remove most conventional spray paints, varnishes, enables, and certain epoxy esters, epoxyamides, and etc. And many paints can peel off within a few seconds, and some paints take about like 10 to 15 seconds, 10 to 15 minutes to remove. The next one is the cosmetics industry. The highly purified and highly important industry in today's world. And Hpmc improves the viscosity of the shampoos, and like it also improves the fluidity of toothpaste. An example of cosmetic product is mascara. In the mascara formulations, the Hpmc is often used as a thickening agent and the film former. It helps in creating a smooth and creamy texture for the mascara, making it easier to apply without clumping. Additionally, it provides a film forming property that coats the lashes, giving them volume, length, and definition. And the film formed by Hpmc helps the mascara adhere to the lashes, providing a long-lasting and smudge-resistant finish. So, with these examples, you can actually understand how it is used in our industries today and how important it has become. And many cosmetic companies can enhance the performance of production of the Hpmc, and it actually uses the Hpmc to perform the product at a good rate, ensuring that it delivers the desired effect while also maintaining the quality and longevity. The third industry we're going to talk about is the food industry. Hpmc can be used as an emulsifying stabilizer or thickening for sauces and ketchups. It has the effect of improving the taste of some foods and achieving the effect of preserving freshness. In the food industry, Hpmc is used for various purposes in the food products. It is used as a thickening agent in the food products such as the sauces, dressings, and soups, and it can help improve the texture of the food, giving it smooth and consistent appearance, and then maintaining the quality overall. Moreover, Hpmc is used as a glazing agent in the food items like fruits and vegetables. It provides a shiny and protective coating, enhancing the visual appearance of the food product and protecting it from the moisture loss. And third one, in the low-fat or reduced-fat food products, the Hpmc can be used as a fat replacer. It helps mimic the mouthfeel and texture the fats provide, allowing the mixed manufacturers to create the healthier alternatives and without compromising on taste and quality. And then the fourth main point is the film forming agent in the food coatings and edible films. It helps create a protective layer around the food items, improving their appearance, texture, and shelf stability. By incorporating the Hpmc into the food products, the manufacturer can actually enhance the sensory attributes and quality of the food items as well. Next, we have the pharmaceutical industry. As a coating material, Hpmc can be made into a solution of an organic solvent or an aqueous solution, especially for the spraying the prepared granules. Again, then it is used widely as a thickener, a sustained release agent, and meanwhile, is it also a great use in the manufacture of capsules. The capsules, which are actually the tablets we're using right now. In the pharmaceutical industry, the Hpmc is used to actually improve the effectiveness and the quality of the medications and medical products. So it is used for many different purposes, which are actually given below. There are four main purposes of the Hpmc in the pharmaceutical industries. The first is used as a coating material for tablets. How and why? Because it provides a protective barrier around the tablet, making the taste of the medication and making it more easier to swallow, and it controls the release of the active ingredient, ensuring the proper absorption in the body. And then in the formation of the controlled release drug forms. Okay, the drug dosage forms are actually formulated by using the Hpmc, and it can regulate the rate at which the active ingredient is released in the body, leading to the sustained and controlled drug delivery. And then we have the Hpmc in the eye drops and ophthalmic solutions to enhance their viscosity and provide the longer contact time with eye surface. And then we have its use in the creams, ointments, and gels. Since it is a thickening agent and stabilizer, it helps in creating the products with smooth texture that are easy to apply to the skin and then enhance the absorption of the active ingredients. And by incorporating the Hpmc into the pharmaceutical products, the companies can improve the performance, the safety, and the patient experience of the medications. So these were all the applications of Hpmc. Now we're going to discuss about its safety measures. So we're going to discuss the 8 main points of its safety measures, which can actually highlight the importance of ensuring the safety and quality of Hpmc in HPC products while staying aligned with the involving consumer preferences and industry. So the first main point is regulatory compliance. Manufacturers need to ensure that the Hpmc meets regulatory standards set by the organization like the FDA or EU regulations to guarantee its safety for use in the HPC products. And then we have the quality control. Implementing the rigorous quality control measures during the Hpmc production and the formulation processes to maintain the purity and consistency, thus minimizing the potential risks to consumers. And then we have the third main point, which is actually very important and it needs to be understood nicely. It is the allergen information. By providing a clear labeling of Hpmc containing products to inform the consumers of potential allergens and ensure the safe usage, especially for the individuals with sensitivities. The toxicology studies. Conducting through toxicology studies to assess the safety profile of Hpmc and identify any potential adverse effects, ensuring consumer safety and regulatory compliance. And then we have the clean beauty movement. The risk demanding for clean beauty products has spurred the use of the safer ingredients like Hpmc in HPC formulations, aligning with the consumer preferences for natural and sustainable options. And then we have the green chemistry. Embracing the green chemistry principles to develop the eco-friendly solutions, Hpmc products by utilizing the renewable resources and reducing the waste, and then which will ultimately minimize the environmental impact. The transparency and the traceability. The transparency and traceability, it actually increases the emphasis on transparency in the ingredient sourcing, manufacturing process, and then supply chain traceability to improve the billed customer and ensure the safety of Hpmc containing products. And the last main point is the innovation in safety testing. The advancements in the safety testing methods, such as in the vitro assays and predictive toxicology models, are shaping the future of safety assessment for HPC ingredients like Hpmc, enhancing product safety and efficacy. So these were all the safety measures which should be kept in mind, and they should be implemented so that there will be no risk for using the HPMC. And then we have the future trends. Discussing about the future trends in the HPMC, the main focus is on about the following points. First is the sustainability. A growing focus on the eco-friendly packaging solutions as the biodegradable materials and the refillable options to reduce the waste and the environmental impact on the HPC sector. And the next is personalization. Advancements in technology like AI and data analytics enable the personalized product recommendations and formulations to individual preferences and needs in the HPC market. And then we have the clean and green formulations. So, as I have told earlier in the safety measures too, with the continued shift towards the cleaner and greener HPC formulation with the natural, organic, and sustainable ingredients to meet the rising consumer demand for the environmental conscious products. And then we have the digital transformation, increasing the integration of the digital platforms for the visual try-on experiences and the online consultations to enhance the consumer shopping and the engagement in the HPMC industry. Then we have the wellness integration. So, convergence of the beauty and wellness trends leading to the development of the holistic HPMC products and promote the overall health and benefits the mindset through. And these future trends in the HPMC industry reflect the ongoing evolution towards the sustainability, personalization, innovation, and wellness, and then shaping the landscape of home and personal care products in the years to come. So overall, talking about the HPMC, its production, its manufacturing, its history, and its applications, properties, coming towards the conclusion, I would say that the future of the HPMC is said to be shaped by sustainable practices and experiences, the clean formations, digital advancements, and a focus on overall wellness. Embracing these trends will not only meet the consumer demands but also drive the innovations and growth in the HPMC industry. Or, by staying ahead of these evolving trends, companies can position themselves as leaders in the dynamic and competitive market. And next, I've shown a market size report 2023 of HPMC in US. You can see it shows a profit as well and all of its rates. So this was all about today's topic, and the main points and the main studies of these topics can also be provided by the references which are shown below, and by clicking on these references you might go and search more about it and study about the chemical in detail. And this was all about today's topic. At the end, I would just like to say thank you so much. Thank you for your time.